Goku would arrive on the planet of the Saiyans, which he would observe an identical subject to him, and this pressure was latent throughout the planet Vegeta. These warriors approached until they were face to face, with their auras colliding. Although the power of this warrior isn't compared in the slightest with the power of Beerus, I gotta confess, I'm surprised that he's able to stand in front of me, since as I understand, these subjects are just mortals, the lowest scale in the divine world. I don't know who the hell you are, but if you want to impersonate me, that'll be impossible. I'm the Supreme Commander of the planet, and planning to end your existence. I'm not interested in being able to adapt to the form of other warriors. You can't compare yourself to the power of the legendary Super Saiyan. Legendary Super Saiyan? The hell do you mean? And for your information, I haven't stolen anyone's body. And for that reason, I've approached the planet. How do you have an appearance similar to me anyway? I don't want your excuses. I'll show you real power. The power that can't be obtained only by stealing the body of your enemies. Watch. Bardock would instantly clench his fists, while multiple rays fell all around him. Goku was surprised because, in the essence of Bardock, there was little as his essence as well as his Beerus. Bardock, after a few minutes, would access Super Saiyan God, leaving Goku, who would be surprised, and instantly access the Ultra Instinct, making a great silver aura rise above the planet, even being perceived by the deities of Universe 7. Well, this power is beyond the gods, and it surpasses the Saiyan gods, who call his transformation a legendary Super Saiyan. Without knowing that in his energy veins, he runs the definitive god of the highest rank. Hey, Whis, we must go to planet Vegeta, since we don't have the bearer of that power, and since the annihilation of the 6 multiverses, I, the ancient sacred god, had to resume my training. I don't know if my power compares to 100% of Beerus's, since I also possess demonic blood. Beerus would instantly make some demonic blood flow over his body. Despite this being tiny, he could generate great destruction over the planet, and Beerus would stop using this energy while approaching Whis. Although it is what I hate the most about is my demonic blood, because every time I go into frenzy mode, my instincts are the ones that take over. I can't even control them. I understand, Mr. Beerus, but don't worry, because for that very reason, I'm here. I've been empowered with the energy of the Celestial Kingdom to be able to be your guardian angel. On that side, there's nothing that you have to worry about. On the planet of Vegeta, everything was being destroyed. A single signal from Bardock with multiple energy matrices began to cover the surface of the planet, leaving only Goku and Bardock. I'm sorry that I made you fight outside your planet. I don't want to cause damage, because all there are innocent soldiers that couldn't stand my pressure. Ha! I can tell you're confident, but that's gonna be your downfall. Don't say stupid things. I'm not even able to understand the transformation you can get. It doesn't even compare to my legendary Super Saiyan power, though. What if you think we check it out? Because if you don't believe it, my body's gonna start to shake, and I already want to check the power that you brag about so much. So come on, attack me! Bardock with a smile would pounce against Goku, thinking it was just another weakling, but to his surprise, Goku stopped Bardock's onslaught with a gaze. Goku's Ultra Instinct was more powerful than before, and Bardock couldn't move in the slightest. Goku would approach Bardock. What happened? I thought you were more powerful. You can't even free yourself from my visual power. Ha! You're not worthy to fight me. What is this power? Why can't I move? This guy's really more powerful than me. But that doesn't explain our kinship. I really want to fight, so I'll decrease my pressure just a little more so you can attack me. I hope you're powerful enough to give me some sort of battle. Goku would decrease his pressure, so Bardock would manage to move. But he would take distance, going through multiple emotions of anger, disappointment, and terror. He didn't know what he was feeling, since he was never humiliated that way before, and he didn't know how to proceed with this warrior in front of him. I never thought that a being that looks like me could have that power. This time I can't hide my true power. Watch this! Bardock would clench his fists, while a large amount of divine power began to flow throughout his body. Bardock this time would access Super Saiyan Blue maximum power, and this power that Bardock would release would be perceived by the entire Universe 7. Apparently the guy Bardock's facing is powerful enough to make him use all his power. Who is this guy? I'm even intrigued, Mr. Beerus. Bardock's only used 100% with you, and although your battle was very even, you could beat him by very little. From that day, you decided to train so no mortal would be able to surpass you. You're right. I don't always wish to resort to demonic power. I'm sure that in that case, using demonic power, I would have ended Bardock's life. That is obvious, Mr. Beerus. In that state, you couldn't control yourself. Whis, together with Beerus, would continue with great speed towards the battle. Bardock would access all his power, with which a great determination would pounce against Goku. Both began to exchange thousands of blows on the battlefield. Despite the fact that Bardock was taking his body to the limit, he couldn't do anything against Goku, who would just be playing with Bardock. All the other Saiyans were surprised because the best warrior on the whole planet was treated like a child. Bardock, despite being with his guard up, was not able to dodge a big grab by Goku, and with his speed, would fly towards a nearby planet, crushing Bardock on the planet, generating damage all over his body. Because this time, Bardock's body was expelling blood all over the place, Goku would leave him stranded on the planet. After all, you couldn't force me to use more power, and I restrained myself with the Ultra Instinct. You couldn't do anything against me, so die. Goku, with a colder heart, as well as his personality, would carry a great attack with his palms, and he would plan to end Bardock's life, thinking twice to throw this incredible attack. Bardock watched as that attack approached him, and he was not able to do anything because his body was destroyed. I always rejoiced to be the most powerful warrior of the Universe 7. I even came close to beating the god Beerus, but this warrior has no point for comparison. Bardock would accept his fate, but the attack of being about to collide would be deflected with great ease and would leave Goku surprised, taking a distance from the explosion. A big curtain of dust would observe Beerus. I don't know who the hell you are, but I can tell your appearance is identical to that guy's. I can't tell you can end his life, since the Saiyans are under my care, and we know the origin of the divine vein. Well, if it's the god of destruction in front of me. Interesting. I have millions of years since I have faced a god. Last time I faced a god as a destruction was Sirius, and it was the best battle of my life. Whis and Beerus would be surprised to know that the guy in front of him would face Sirius, because Beerus, without trusting in the slightest, would access all his power, and this time it was overwhelming, and would make Bardock tremble. Since the last time they had battle, his power increased incredibly. Apparently, Mr. Beerus is planning to go all out from the beginning, and it's understandable because the guy in front of us could fight Sirius. That means his power is incredible. This is all my power, of the most powerful god of the 12 universes. I hope you're ready. I must confess, you got good power, but you don't even hold a candle to Sirius. Beerus, a little irritated, would throw himself against Goku, but with his Ultra Instinct dodged all the punches. Goku would start attacking and be surprised to realize how Beerus would dodge most of his punches, and Goku would take a bit of a distance to completely analyze Beerus. I'm surprised you could dodge me. You possess the Ultra Instinct, or do you have demonic blood? I don't get what power it is, but it's the only option that Sirius used to face me. The wonder of the deities would grow even more. There's no doubt this guy faced Sirius millions of years ago, and he even knows the existence of demonic blood. But not all gods possess it, since most of them consider it cursed. Mr. Beerus, feel free to go all out, and apparently the warrior in front of us is a universal threat. Don't hold back, Mr. Beerus. So you've been holding back this whole time, huh? If you don't use your demonic blood because of the fact you get out of control, then you don't have nothing to worry about. I have the power to repel you. I've been training this whole time to face Sirius, and her universe along with her has been eliminated. Beerus, without saying a word, would expel his power of the demonic blood, causing everything around him to change. And this would instantly create a powerful barrier in Universe 7 with the intensity of the deities of Zeno-sama's palace to not feel the essence of the demonic blood. Beerus would release the power similar to Sirius's, and Goku's gaze would change to enthusiasm, hoping that Beerus would go all out. Use all your energy reserves. I'll be one of the best battles I'll have, although I doubt you can compare to the battle I had against Sirius. Beerus, without saying anything, would release all his power, and after a few minutes, an explosion of energy would be seen with Beerus, who hadn't changed physically, but everything around him was destroyed by his aura. This is all my power of the demonic blood, and of course there are the gods with greater affinity, but this is the affinity that I can control. Well, I gotta confess, your power is amazing. I don't doubt that you can do anything against me, though, since your power is below Sirius. And although Goku wasn't finished speaking, he got a blow to the jaw, sending him to the planet, destroying it, because the physical strength of Beerus increased greatly. It doesn't matter the power of Sirius-sama, it's superior to the power of Beerus. Due to being a woman, her prowess on the battle does not compare to Lord Beerus's. And although if we had compared destructive attacks, Sirius surpassed him, but never in hand-to-hand combat as they will do now. Goku would get up and with an incredible aura would soar all around him. This battle's gonna be fun, since your power is lower than Sirius's, but your movements are more polished. Goku would pounce on Beerus, and both warriors would begin to fight. One of the God of the Destruction of the Universe 7, while another was birthing the Saiyan race. They exchanged millions of blows with bursts of energy. However, as the battle went on, more danger was stalking them. That's right, Sirius was watching the battle, while her warrior would put her hand on her shoulder. Sirius, because of the warrior of your universe was destroyed by the power of this great force to use the demonic blood, which gives you the power beyond your limits, Zeno-sama decided to eradicate the most outstanding gods with that blood. I won't forgive him. I want to know how much Beerus has improved, since he's always wanted to compare himself to me. I'll always be able to surpass him, although, of course, in hand-to-hand combat he is better, but currently I can humiliate him with only just one of my arms. I think that it's great that you have this confidence, Sirius. It doesn't take long to end all those people. As you know, millions of years ago, I also eliminated by a relative of Zeno-sama's bastard self, and they would see us as a threat as they eliminate us. Goku, I plan to make you suffer in every possible way. So you are the supposed perfect creation of my master Daishinkan and the useless Zeno-sama, but I'll show you how effort of capable to defeat talent. On the battlefield, Goku and Beerus would continue with their battle, but they would stare at each other, while they took in with their body the limit to transformation that they were at. What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.